Good afternoon, everybody. Josh here from Crypto News and Reviews, and just wanted to jump on and do a news update for you guys. Some of the articles I found interesting from the past 24 hours, and we'll take a quick look at the market. So first off, we're sitting just under the 500 billion. We've been over it most of the day today. We just dropped under, as you can see, last hour and even the last 24 hour, everything's in the red. Tested support levels. Bitcoin was at over 11,000 most of the day today, dropped down to 10,800. Litecoin was over 230 most of the day, has dropped down to 222. That's interesting because the fork's just about to happen, but people are still selling it. Obviously, it shows there's not a whole lot of care for the Litecoin fork, which is fine. Remember, we are giving away one full Litecoin. All you gotta do is subscribe below. It notifies me that you've subscribed. I throw you in a database. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will give away that full Litecoin. When we hit 500, I'm gonna do a smaller giveaway. I might give away like 0.5 Bitcoin spread over 5 of my subscribers or something like that. So again, just subscribe below. You're entered to win, and I'm going to be giving back to the community. Thank you guys so much for your views. The snowball's rolling. It's getting bigger every day, and that's awesome, guys. We got a lot of momentum, so let's keep that rolling. So just to look down the list here, a few other coins I really like. Cardano has held strong over the 40-cent mark, so that's good. It hasn't gone down nearly like the others. Litecoin's down 4%, Ethereum's down 2%, Neo down almost 5%, but Cardano just down 0.34%. So a big fan of Cardano. And as we know, the dataless wallet will begin staking here in the next, I've heard summertime now, wintertime for us down here, June, July time. So we'll see if they can get that out sooner. It says it's 75% done on their website. So NIM down a little bit, 4%. I wanted to jump down here just a little bit real fast. This silly Ucash is still holding strong, up 56%. Now, this is heavy manipulation, guys, all right? Look at the trade volume. Same with this R-Chain, all right? These are two junk coins. I would steer clear of it at any cost. Look right above it, and then look around it. $70 million, $62 million. It has $1.7 million, all right? So if we just click into here, we can tell it's just being traded on this BTC Alpha, and it's being heavily manipulated, all right, guys? So I would steer clear of anything Ucash at the moment, and I would also steer clear of R-Chain at the moment, all right? Low volume, easy to manipulate. Somebody with literally a couple $100,000 can drive the price of this up huge, sell it off, and leave you all hanging, all right? So just steer clear of stuff with these low trade volumes like that. 90 million, 70 million, that's healthy. 1.7 million, easy to manipulate. So just keep an eye out for stuff like that, all right, guys? So first article I want to go to here is Crypto is forcing banks to innovate for the first time in 40 years. So this is from businessinsider.com. And basically, it's happening right here in Australia. Transfers can be made any time of the day. U.S. banks are working to create the same system. Cryptos are proving to banks that transactions are capable of moving at instantaneous speeds, forcing banks to innovate. So, once again, like I said, banks may not be using Ripple if they can find their own go-around. However, the innovation is forcing them to step up their game, all right? So basically they're saying, oh, well, I guess we can make instantaneous transactions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, instead of just during banking hours and 3 to 5 days. So the rollout's begun here. There's a new payment system called the NPP, New Payments Platform. Until now, and I've noticed this, when I pay my rent, I do a bank transfer, direct deposit. I have to pay my rent like 3 days before it's due because it takes that long to transfer the funds over. Now, with the NPP payment systems, they're nearly instantaneous. So rather than funds being restricted during normal business hours, they can be scheduled 24/7 and they happen very fast. So this is good news, but also it's kind of bad news that they are, once again, if they can roll out their own systems at a much lower cost, why would they use Ripple or any of the blockchain technology? That's once again, we have to, with blockchain, there's going to be stuff that it's great for the record keeping side of things, for sending international money. There are things it will be good for, but there's also there's coins out there that it's just not needed, right? And we see a lot of that when we scroll down into the bottom ranges here, all right? The Litecoin. Do dentists really need a decentralized coin? I don't know. Like Power Ledger has a place, a purpose, right? But does some of this stuff just doesn't? What was the one I was looking at last night? It was a review coin, so you can leave instant reviews, and I want to say, I forget what it was. I've just been looking through coins to do reviews on, and it's like, so you do a review for a product and it's stored permanently and it's unchangeable on the blockchain. Well, there's so many review sites already out there. Do you really need to replace TripAdvisor, and do you really need to replace Google reviews and stuff like that with an unchangeable ledger review? Not really. So that's, once again, when you're putting money into the system, think about, is it really necessary? So anyway, the blockchain is making businesses adapt without even adapting to blockchain. So that's something else we got to look for. These big corporations, if they can innovate their own change for a lot less money, I think they might go that route, all right? Which isn't the best news for blockchain, but at least we're forcing innovation, right? This is an interesting article I found. This is from news.bitcoin.com. And it basically is, it's the end of the moons, guys, all right? 20 times is now 20%, all right? So I don't think we're going to see the big moon shots. People promising you the moon, they're cryptard smoking space weed is what I always say. Avoid people telling you the moon, promising the moon, they're smoking their space weed, because we're not going to see the 10 and 20 times profits anymore. I honestly believe that. Occasionally we may see it. If a coin just launches and they've got some really good new concept and a great idea and it gets adapted very quickly, we could see it rise fast. But I think, honestly, the cream of the crop have already risen, and we see those in our top 20 to 30 coins. And basically what this article is saying is, don't hope for 20 times anymore. Hope for 20%. And that's what I honestly believe. And that's a good, healthy market, is coins going like this, not like this. We saw what happens when coins go like that. They get edemia and they come crashing back down hard. We want the slow, steady climb. So anybody saying that Electronium is going to be $5 next week or anything silly like that, don't buy the hype, all right? I'll never tell you a coin's going to moon, because I think the moon shots are done with, all right? I was fortunate enough to get in on a couple of those last year. With Ripple and Verge and Cardano, I was in very cheap, and I did get some 20 times gains, all right? And at one point, I turned $200 into $2,500, stuff like that. So that was amazing. But I think the time of those are over. They're still going to be smaller pumps, but 20% is the new 2x. So yeah, basically we're at a point now where the money's in. Institutional money is going to come in slowly. Retail investors are going to come in slowly, but the pumps are over. So don't expect these ridiculous returns we saw last year, guys. Like they say here, the 20% is the new 20 times, all right? It's still healthy profit, but don't believe anybody selling you hype on coins. If somebody's telling you it's going to go to 100 times profit, they just have the coin and they want you to buy in, so it helps their investment out, right? And of course, a lot of the new hot coins are on these sketchy exchanges like Ether Delta, like that Japanese site that got hacked the other day. So just keep that in mind. And a lot of the coins that do get these pumps are just useless junk coins that have a lot of traction behind them, or a good hype team behind them. Look at Tron. Tron is a perfect example of a hype team behind it, right? Tron is an entertainment token, an ERC token that had the moon promised to you, and it went to the moon, and then once again it went like that, and it went like that. So we need good, healthy climb. Coins that do that are going to continue to do that, and that's what we want to see from Bitcoin. We want to see it test resistance levels. We don't want to see those moonshots. All right, guys. So that's yeah, that was the gist of this article. Is 20% is the new 20 times. Don't buy into moonshots because it's not going to happen. All right. Next little bit of news is this horrible picture of Vitalik here, and it looks like he's a heroin addict in this picture. It's terrible, terrible picture. This was on his Twitter, and he basically said, let's find the cryptocurrencies are still a new and hyper volatile asset class and could drop to near zero at any time. Don't put in more money than you can afford to lose, which is what we've all been saying for months now, right? If you're trying to figure out where to store your life savings, traditional assets are still your safest bet. I couldn't agree more. Put in what you can, only what you can afford to lose, and you should still be buying stocks. You should still be buying gold and silver, and crypto should be a small portion of your portfolio. It is mine. I love cryptos. I love the future of the blockchain, but I'm not stupid. I still buy my West Farmers shares, and I still buy my gold, and I still buy my silver. And you got to diversify, right? Otherwise, you get killed like everybody did last couple of weeks when we crashed from 19,000 down to 6,000. All right. However, a lot of people were pissed off. I think you shouldn't be creating the FUD again. Where Justin Sun says moon, 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 he's saying we're crashing, crashing, crashing. So we need to find that happy medium. Maybe he shouldn't tweet at all, especially with these strung out looking pictures like this. Anyway, this of course causes a lot of fear, and we get every sort of reaction, you know. Vitalik, everyone knows by now, by sending such messages, all you do is create unnecessary panic. I agree with that, actually. Who feared you into that statement? Not sure global equity and bond market are the way to go. Vitalik, my friend, are you okay? Yeah, that's what my question was, is you don't look very healthy. Get some sleep. Start whatever you're doing, because it's not making you look very good. No, ETH is my safest storage. If ETH is your safest storage, yikes. I'd rather live with disappointment than regrets. I'd rather lose... I lost 3,000 is a lot better. I wish I had invested 3,000 3 years ago. Well, if only 3,000, no big deal. If you're putting in 30,000 or 300,000 and that's all you've got, that's when you're getting in trouble, right? So, anyway, I wish the creators would just back off and let some press teams make some statements and stop. First of all, cryptocurrency is not going to go to zero. The reports you say Bitcoin could go to zero at any time. There's always going to be buyers, all right? Even if it drops to, say, $600, there's going to be buyers. I will be buying it at $600. I personally will not let Bitcoin go to zero because I will be buying it when it's under $1,000 like crazy, all right? So, now, something that could cause some panic and FUD. EOS Finex, right? So Bitfinex is launching a decentralized exchange with EOS Finex. So it's going to be a peer-to-peer trading platform, no middleman involved. The problem is that it's Bitfinex, right? The Tether group is involved in this. And the article, this is from news.bitcoin.com as well. And we're talking here about basically the Tether group / Bitfinex is looking to now buy a bank in Puerto Rico. And people are saying when they deposit money in Bitfinex, it's moved. So it's like they're changing their banking consistently to move money around. So one time it's in Portugal, and the next time it's in Italy, and now it's going to Puerto Rico. And once again, we still haven't got a good audit out of Tether. So as much as I love the idea of a decentralized exchange, and I think that is the future of exchanges, I don't know that I'm going to trust this one with my money right away, right? I just don't trust Bitfinex, and I certainly don't trust the Tether wing of Bitfinex. So just be careful where you're putting your money, guys. I think like I said, I like the idea of a decentralized exchange, but I think I'm going to wait for like AirSwap or one of the more on the level guys, because I just don't trust Tether. And I think Tether is still printing tokens. They're still just kind of making money out of the air. They still haven't released a legitimate audit. I would be very aware. And this one, it talks about how the speculation surrounding OPEC banking practices of Bitfinex have continued to grow in recent weeks. Bitfinex has again directed customers seeking to deposit fiat currency to details of banking institutions previously not associated with Bitfinex. So again, this guy last week had to deposit in a Portuguese state-owned banking corporation. So it's like they're kind of moving their funds around, and they're doing some weird shuffling stuff, and it's just a little scary, right? So once again, sorry that there wasn't a whole lot of positive news. The positive news, though, guys, is this right here, okay? This slow and steady market cap growth over the past little while here. So from February 6th till today, these slow ups and downs, that's the good news, all right? We're doing the siege assault on the mountain. We're not trying to run straight up the mountain. We don't want our coins to get edemia. We're bit by bit creeping up. That's what we want to do, all right? 20% is the new 20 times. If we can make 20% this year, if Bitcoin can end at like $18,000, $19,000 at the end of the year, I would be totally stoked with that as a slow and steady climb. I personally don't want to see it shoot to $45,000 quickly, because if we see that, we're going to see it come crashing down just as hard as it did a month ago, right? So just throwing that out there. I don't want to see returns to $200,000 or $200 billion market cap. That's bad. I want to see a slow climb up and down, but every time we're making some gains, right? That's the good news, all right? So once again, be careful with your money. Speaking of silly things, I have been playing Crypto Cities. I'll do a review on my Crypto Cities. I've got it all figured out. It's a stupid system. It's horrible. But you know what? If I can make a few bucks off of it, why the heck not, right? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, subscribe below if you want to be entered to win that one Litecoin. That's all you got to do. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.